Hey guys, my name is Leila. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you the only 5 fragrances that you need for this summer. And not only this summer, for any summer, for your life. Because I think today's 5 is a golden 5, is an ultimate 5 fragrances that will satisfy all your needs, and they will fill all the categories that we have for summer fragrances. I tried to cover the category of summer fresh and citrusy, summer floral, summer green, summer fruity, and summer aquatic. I tried to choose only the genderless, like unisex type of fragrances. So this video will be interesting not only for the majority of my audience, which is women, but I believe also for men. I'm going to start with the fragrance that falls into my least favorite category. I'm talking about the aquatics. I am not a fan of aquatics. I would say I dislike aquatics a lot, the majority of the aquatic fragrances, and I don't have more than this one. Yeah, this is the only aquatic that I have, because I fell in love with this fragrance. I liked it a lot, and this is an Italian brand, and the fragrance from Linari. The brand name is Linari, and it's called Ocean Pacifico. And I would say the name really suits this fragrance a lot. The bottle is quite cute. It's interesting. This cap is made of wood, but I must say that it's not comfortable to hold in your hand because it's quite wide and flat, you know. But anyway, the fragrance is a really nice aquatic. It's one of the most natural smelling aquatics that I have smelled. It has the notes of seaweed that I hate, frankly speaking, but here it is so well made. It has the note of the sea water. It has a molecule of cologne. It also has some birch. It also has some sweetness, and I don't know which note is responsible for that sweetness, but if I would describe this fragrance, how it smells to me, I would say it smells like a sweet seawater, like sweet sea. It's salty and sweet at the same time, but the sweetness is not sticky, it's not syrupy, it's not cloying and annoying. No, it's very subtle, it's very mellow, it's very pleasant. The fragrance, being an aquatic, lasts really long. It really does last long. I would say on my skin up to 7 to 8 hours, which is not usual, especially if you live in a hot country. You know that the aquatics are really easy to evaporate and really fast, but this one lasts. And I bought it in a store, and it's not a blind buy, and I liked this fragrance. I was choosing between all the Linari fragrances that were presented in the store, and I've chosen this one just because I was very surprised with my choice, because again, aquatic is my least favorite category, but again, something this fragrance, it, you know, went right in my heart, and it, you know, caught my attention so much that I decided to go for a full bottle. So Linari Mare Pacifico is an amazing fragrance that I highly recommend for both men and women to try if you're looking for a good quality aquatics. The next fragrance falls into fruity, summer fruity category, and this is another Italian brand, and I'm talking about Vertus, and this one is one of my favorite fragrances, Narcosis. And some might say, well, this fragrance smells like weed, but since I don't know how the weed smells, yes, I'm 42 and I don't know how the weed smells, but anyway, for me this is just a pure tropical mango paradise, I would say. It definitely has this fruity, very, very juicy, fruity mango fruit accord. It's mixed with coffee note, and coffee note here is a bit nutty, I would say, but not that dark. It has a rhubarb accord that I really like. I believe it has some peach note as well. It is quite sweet. It is again tropical, but fruity tropical again. When I smell this fragrance, I imagine tropical, exotic country on a beach, on the seaside, eating some mango and drinking coffee probably. But both of this are quite sweet, and the coffee is also sweet, and maybe even eating nuts. So this is how it smells to me. It lasts forever. Be prepared, don't overspray, especially when the weather is very hot. But someone might say it's quite sweet for summer fragrance, but I would say it's too tropical for you know, cold weather fragrance. It's too tropical, it's too fruity. That's why I see this as a pure summer fruity tropical fragrance. The next fragrance falls into citrus, summer citrus category, and I've chosen this one. It's Aoud Lemon Mint from Mancera, because I think this is one of the longest lasting citruses that I have in my collection. And it's, first of all, it's lemony. It's very, very lemony, very citrusy. But I also must say that this is quite synthetic fragrance, especially on the start. The start can scare anyone, and the start is very harsh, it's very strong, but just give it a time. Give it some time, let's say after 10 to 15 minutes, it will surprise you. It will start to bloom. It will play on your skin. You will start seeing the beauty of all the ingredients it has. It has lemon, first of all, and most of all, I would say. It's a very sunny and yellow lemon mixed with the mandarin orange accords. It has some oud, but I would say it smells more like a woody note to me here. It has some vanilla in the base, it has some patchouli, and I can definitely smell patchouli here. So it has, I believe, some leather, probably, I'm not sure. But altogether, I would say for me, this smells like lemon, patchouli, and vanilla. This is how and with a tiny bit of woody and maybe woody accord. Very soft one, very tolerable, you know, very pleasant. It's not a medicinal or barnyard type of wood, like funky wood. No, not at all. Very pleasant. So this is one of the most long-lasting citrusy fragrance that I have in my collection. It lasts like 8 to 10 hours even on my skin. It lasts forever on my clothes. So if you're looking for a long-lasting, lemony, a little bit synthetic in the start, fragrance with some sweetness undertone underneath, like it definitely has some sweetness, and very unisex-like you can use it together with your husband. Most probably he will like it if he likes citrusy fragrances. Then try Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. By the way, it has nothing to do with mint. I didn't smell any mint there, and the mint is not in the list of notes. But anyway, the next fragrance falls into the category of green fragrances, and I've chosen this particular one because I use it a lot, and you can see how much I love it, and I've almost used 1/3 of the bottle. This is Le Artisan Parfumeur Premier Figuier. I have old bottle. The new bottle looks like this. I'll put a picture here, and I think there is no difference in old formula and new formula. They smell the same. This fragrance was created by Olivier Giacobetti, the perfumer that is one of the best in creating the most naturalistic fragrances, and I would say this is one of the most natural green fig leaf fragrance that I have in my collection. I have lots of figs because I love this particular note, but I would say among all the fragrances that I have ever smelled, including the Diptyque's Philosophes, this is one of the best realistic, that smells very photorealistic and very close to the nature of fragrances about fig leaf. It also has the fruit, the fig fruit, the purple one, but I don't smell it there. It also has a coconut note. It also has dried fruits, and I would say I can definitely smell dried fruits here because they are responsible for that very subtle and very mellow sweetness underneath. It has also the almond milk accord here. Yes, this fragrance is quite lactonic, as all green fig leaves fragrances. Most of the time they tend to be lactonic, but this is very pleasant. Like I have another fragrance that is very long lasting. It's also very green. It's also about fig leaves, and It's from Dolce & Gabbana, it's pure velvet, but I don't use it somehow a lot. I use this one, though this fragrance is not very long lasting. It's more like eau de toilette concentration. It lasts more on my clothes, and let's say even next day I can smell this fragrance from my clothes, but it doesn't last on my skin, that I have to refresh it. And I love the start of this fragrance. It is so zesty, it's so zingy, it's so refreshing, amazing start. And also I like the heart of this fragrance, and the base is also gorgeous. It is very, very pleasant sweetness that it has from the dried fruits. It's amazing. So if you're looking for the best green, fresh, fig leaf type of fragrance, if you're a fan of this note, I highly suggest you to try Premier Figuier. Believe me, you will not regret. And the last but not least for today is a fragrance that falls into the floral, summer floral category. And the fragrance that I've chosen is my recent love. And I fell in love with this fragrance after the first sniff, like when I inhaled it. I realized that I must buy this fragrance in the store, though it's a new release, and it was not cheap at all. And I bought it in Sephora, and I would say this is the first time that I buy a fragrance from Sephora. And this is, again, a very new release, but I realized that I cannot live without this fragrance, and this is something that I must have, because I couldn't, take off my nose from my wrist. And I'm talking about the new release of Nomade from Chloe, and this is Nomade Eau de Parfum Naturelle. So this fragrance is floral, first of all, for me, but it's so beautiful. It smells heavenly. The fragrance has, again, the accord of the yellow plum, this Mirabelle. It has also dates, very sweet and very pleasant. It has the note of Egyptian jasmine, it has freesia, it has oak moss, sandalwood and vanilla on the base. And altogether, for me, this fragrance smells like skin, sun-kissed, tanned skin of a bronze goddess. And by the way, people compare this fragrance to bronze goddess from Estee Lauder. I haven't tried that one, or even if I tried, it was a long time ago, and I didn't have that reaction from bronze goddess that I had from this particular fragrance. And I think, for me, again, just because the bronze goddess has been discontinued, I think this is a very good replacement, just an amazing replacement, and I'm so happy that I managed to find this fragrance, that I bought it, that I tried it and I bought it. So I'm the happiest person. I can see how much I use it. It's just gorgeous. Well, now let's talk about the longevity and the performance. This fragrance lasts long. It does. It's, I would say on my skin, it lasts for about 4 to 5 hours, but on clothes, it lasts until the next day. I can smell it definitely. But it's not very loud. Like, don't expect like a huge sillage and projection from this fragrance. No, it's close to the skin. But someone who will hug you, who will sit next to you, they will definitely smell this one. They will give you lots of compliments, because I cannot imagine someone who will not like this fragrance. It's impossible. So this is gorgeous, believe me. Just try it and you will fall in love, especially if you're looking for such a lovely tropical, sun-kissed goddess type of, a bronze goddess type of fragrance. You'll appreciate it, definitely. That was the last fragrance for today. I hope you enjoyed my today's Golden 5. If you have any of today's fragrances, please let me know. What do you think about them? Have you tried the Nomade from Chloe, the new one? Tell me what you think about it. Do you have and have you heard anything about the Linari brand, and do you have this Mare Pacifico? Because I know it's quite a rare fragrance. If you do, please let me know. What do you think about this fragrance? Do you like it? Do you know anything that smells very similar to Linari Mare Pacifico? It will be very interesting for me to read your comments. So if you enjoyed my today's video, I'll be very happy if you support me with your thumbs up. And I wish you a great weekend, as always, full of positive emotions, and an amazing week ahead. And as always, I'll be here next week with my next video, as always. See you guys, bye.